Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're jumping right into something huge, India's agricultural policy. Specifically, we're going to zero in on one key program that's all about transforming farming, literally from the ground up.
And let's kick things off with this quote because it really sets the stage for everything we're about to talk about. It perfectly captures this big idea. If a country's agriculture isn't healthy, well, nothing else really stands a chance.
And look, this isn't just some abstract idea, right? We're talking about the actual lives and livelihoods of millions of people. I mean, think about it. The farmer in the field, the fisherman out at sea, these sectors are the absolute backbone of India's rural economy. All right, so here's how we're going to break it all down. We'll start big, look at all the different programs in play, and then really zoom in on one key scheme, RKVY. Okay, let's dive right in. So, to understand how India's massive agricultural strategy even works, we've got to start with the big question. Who's steering the ship? And that would be the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers' Welfare. Now, this isn't just any government department. It's the central body in charge of, well, everything. They shape the policies, they run a whole bunch of programs. Their main job is to support farmers and make sure the nation has enough food. So the ministry has this huge mission. But how do they actually make it happen? Well, it's not with just one single plan. It's more like a whole collection of them.
And a really great way to think about this is to imagine the ministry has this giant toolbox. And inside that toolbox, every single tool is a specific government scheme, right? Each one is built to tackle a very specific challenge in the world of agriculture. And here's a peek inside that toolbox. You've got some really important tools for sure. Things like PM Kisan, which is all about direct income support for farmers, or MIS, which helps with loans, and of course, crop insurance, which is a huge deal for managing risk. But see how they all tackle specific, immediate problems? The one we're focusing on today, RKVY, it plays a kind of different role in this whole strategy. Okay, so keeping all those other schemes in the back of our minds, let's really zero in on that last one, the Rashtriya, Krishi, Vikas Yojna. You'll hear it called RKVY. So what's its mission? What makes this one so different? Now, this official definition might look a little dry, but it's actually super important. It tells us exactly what gap RKVY is meant to fill. See, while other programs are focusing on income or insurance, RKVY is all about inclusive and integrated development. And you have to pay attention to the key phrases here: pre- and post-harvest infrastructure, agri-entrepreneurship, innovations. It's not just about growing the crops, it's about everything that happens before the seeds are planted and after the harvest comes in. So let's break that down into simple terms. The whole point of RKVY is to strengthen the entire system around farming. We're talking about building better warehouses so food doesn't rot. We're talking about helping farmers and young people in rural areas start their own businesses. It's about getting new tech out onto the farms. And this is a big one: figuring out how to make every single crop that's grown more valuable. Okay, so we know what RKVY is supposed to do, but talk is cheap, right? Let's follow the money and look at the actual financial commitment behind these ideas. And yeah, the numbers are pretty big. For just the 2026-27 fiscal year, we're looking at an outlay of 8,550 crores. That's a huge chunk of change dedicated to transforming the entire agricultural landscape, all through this one scheme. And this is so important because it shows us exactly where that money is supposed to go. It's not just a big pot of cash. The plan has very clear, measurable goals. Things like get 500 projects approved, support 400 new entrepreneurs or startups, provide 800 training sessions. It's all about concrete results you can actually track. All right, let's pull back from the numbers for a second. We've seen the policy, we've seen the budget, but what does this all actually mean for the farmers? What's the real-world impact? And really, this is the most important question, isn't it? How does a government scheme with thousands of crores behind it actually make life better and more secure for a farmer and their family? Well, if you look at the government's own stated goals for RKVY, the answer is pretty clear. The whole point is to make farming a remunerative economic activity. That's just a formal way of saying they want to make farming more profitable and a whole lot less risky. And now you can really see how all the pieces are supposed to click into place, right? Better infrastructure means less food gets wasted after harvest. More entrepreneurs mean more jobs and new services in villages. More innovation means farmers can grow more with less effort.
It's designed to be this positive chain reaction where every single step helps boost the farmer's income.
So what's the big takeaway here? Well, it's that RKVY is this really crucial tool for modernizing Indian agriculture because it looks beyond just the farm itself. It focuses on the whole system. But its real test, its true success, is going to come down to its ability to adapt and evolve. Which leaves us with this final, massive question. As agriculture faces the enormous challenges of tomorrow, from climate change to artificial intelligence, how can a scheme like this one adapt to build a future that's not just sustainable, but truly prosperous for everyone?